versus...
Hey.
I'm trying to fix my hair. I don't know what I'm doing.
I gave up on my hair.
I detoxed it, but it still looks bad. So I don't know.
I didn't comb it today.
You got a cute little curly cubes going on. So, we figured if we do a sit down, because...
We're sitting down?
Yeah, I ran out of footage. We need to talk about something.
We could talk about a lot of things. Like, I need a beer or something.
We decided to tell you guys.
You keep slapping that.
I don't know why. I keep touching the table. It makes it move. I don't know. I can't help it. That's just what I do. We're going to tell you guys why we homeschool. Because why not?
That's why. Why not? That's it. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. It's a little more to it than that.
There's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah. When RJ, I think I was pregnant with RJ is when I first heard like homeschooling stuff, but I didn't really look into it when he was.
Neither of us were homeschooled.
No, we weren't. That was not the reason. Let me move this back because I feel like I'm on the edge of the. There we go. I don't know. Yeah, neither one of us were homeschooled. I had some bad experiences in public school, and he had some interesting ones too.
I was the bad experiences that other people. No, I'm just kidding.
I honestly didn't know anybody who homeschooled. Like I knew one kid growing up, and everybody knows some person they ran.
Was he a weirdo? Walked around with goldfish? No water?
No.
What show was that?
That was Last Man Standing. I actually saw first positive homeschooling thing I saw was on TV, so it made me look more into it, and I talked to him about it.
When was that?
I don't know. It was some.
I don't remember positive homeschooling.
It was on TLC, but it wasn't the Duggars because I thought they were weird. But that's just me being honest.
Weird isn't the proper word. Man, I got something in my throat.
Yeah, but I remember thinking enough to talk to you about it, and you were like, "We'll look into it, and we'll figure out if that's what we want to do." So I put it off until RJ was about 2 years old, 2 or 3, because in between that time RJ was born. And he was 2. We had already moved cross country, had another baby, and had a whole bunch of other weird crap happen. So it felt like
life.
but it felt like a day. So that's when I looked it up. And I said, I really want to do this. I thought it'd be a great way for everybody to stay bonded. And honestly, I was a little bit selfish because I was like, well, we can do whatever the hell we want, whenever we want, if they're homeschooling. And we can homeschool year round, which is what we ended up doing. And just take breaks when we feel like it. That was the biggest thing that made me want to do it.
Yeah, the being able to avoid crowds because you can take a vacation when everyone else is in school and things like that. You know what? We're going to take a day and go to a movie or something, you know?
Exactly. You get to do stuff with them.
Freedom.
Yes, freedom. That was the biggest. That was the biggest thing that made me want to homeschool was freedom for them, for me.
That wasn't the biggest thing. I think for me, the Kickstarter was what they did to RJ.
Yes, we did try public school because we had originally started homeschooling in Alaska, and then we came to Texas and we decided to try a public school, which he only ended up in for 2 months because they were absolutely horrible.
Well, we got here and it was, I guess it was towards the end of the school year when he went in.
Yeah, he went in January because I didn't start him because we got here.
Right, so midway.
Yeah, he got in January and I pulled him out by March. So.
Yeah. And I remember I was walking him to school.
Yeah.
Because I was looking for work right after, because came here right after I got out of the military.
Yes.
And we came here without me having a job lined up. It was just a hunch or lots of research, same thing.
And we were all miserable the entire time he was in public school. I hated it because my baby was sad for going to school, and he was not learning as much as when he was homeschooled in Alaska.
Well, we found out why.
Yeah, we did.
The teacher had decided he was...
a bad egg.
troublemaker. He had too much energy.
Yes,
Stuff
the teacher
like that.
kept
He didn't know what to do with him.
Yes, the teacher kept telling me he has ADHD. My son does not have ADHD.
So he also said he put him in the back of the room by himself.
Yes.
So he couldn't interact with anybody. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
It was awful.
He and I argued before that on different things, and then we found that out, and he never came back to school.
No, he didn't. I had actually gotten into several arguments with this teacher. When I respect public school moms a lot because you have to advocate for your child a lot when they're in public school.
And if you don't, they're gonna get taken advantage of by the school, by the system.
Yep.
Unless they're the favorite.
Yes.
And they can't all be the favorite.
No. And that was the final nail. We're just gonna go with our original plan. Because we decided to try it. Our families were very skeptical of us homeschooling. I think that's why we decided to try it. Because we got a lot of pressure from both sides of our family to public school. And that I wish. If you're ever doubting your decision because your family is telling you what to do,
remember your family's dumb. Oh wait, sorry, I can't say
remember
that.
your family does not live with you and your kids.
They don't know, and they don't know what you're going through. They don't know what made you decide what you're doing. They probably don't understand, and they're used to their traditions and their ways, and they want what's best for you.
Yes,
but they probably don't know what's best for you.
Right. They're probably very well-meaning, but this is a personal decision. And our personal decision we should have stuck with because our son suffered for 2 months in public school. But that's not to say people don't go to public school and have good experiences. It's just was not our experience. And we decided homeschool was it. That's what we were going to do. And he actually was very happy, but we had to deschool him for a while. Which meant we couldn't do formal homeschool at home, which meant more trips out. We had more fun that way. We went to museums, we went to the zoo, we went to a lot of different hands-on activities, and he was learning through that way. And we had to do that for several months until he was ready to pick up a book and read to me.
He learned so much faster.
Yes.
I wish I had a voice.
I'm sorry.
It sounds weird. It's all...
You don't sound weird.
I look like I just woke up from a nap, too.
No, your hair looks pretty.
It does not look pretty.
Your hair is so much curlier than mine. My hair is just like...
Curly does not necessarily mean pretty.
I don't know what's going on with my hair. I got this lion's mane going on right now. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. We can never stay on topic. Maybe we have ADHD. I don't know. But yeah.
You keep hitting that table.
I do. I don't know why. It's a bad habit.
Go back to picking the paint off the table.
Okay.
I know you.
But honestly, the reason why we've kept up with it, because homeschooling is harder than public school. Believe it or not, it is. Even though we did not enjoy
well, of course it is.
Public school.
Public school, you send your kid to school, they do most of the work, you argue with them a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't change what they learn. You can't, like, that's a big part of it. I can't change what I learn or what my kid learns. I can't, I don't think he needs to learn this, he needs to learn that. Instead, you can't do that in public school.
You can't.
You have no options.
No.
They're going to tell them what they're going to tell them, whether you think they should or not.
Yep. And with homeschool, we've been able to pick their curriculum, we've been able to pick their lessons, we've been able to decide how they learn, when they learn, according to how good they absorb it. And even though it's way harder, because I have to plan ahead. I have to, and they fight me worse than they fight a teacher. Like the girls too. The girls never went to public school, but the girls go to classes. And I'll tell you right now, those girls will listen to their ballet teacher and do exactly what she tells them to do. Mommy says to do it. No, Mom, you don't know what you're doing. You're wrong. So I've had to
Not even you're wrong. I don't want to listen to you. I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah, so I've had to learn to work around that to get them to learn. And they know so many things. Lucy reads. And for the longest time, she had me terrified that she doesn't read.
You actually went through and tried to get her evaluated because you thought she couldn't read. And
I
was
did.
afraid that if we went somewhere, they were going to be like, she can't read. She needs to get left back.
Yes, I was terrified. I was going to take her to this. I had it all set up. I had an appointment with a specialist to teach me how to teach her. And then she read to me. Every single day, entire books. And this kid wouldn't even read sentences.
She's
Entire
out there
books.
playing a game on the computer and reading it out loud to herself.
She knows how to read on her level, if not above.
She just doesn't like to put in the work.
Yeah, she
I don't know where she gets that from.
Yeah,
I put a lot of work into not doing work. When I was a kid, I put so much work into being lazy.
Yeah.
I could have just done it in half the time.
That's what I tell her. I'm like, just do it. And RJ, he's like me. He's like, all right, Mom's told me
now.
Now, yes.
Before, he was not like you. He was like me.
Yeah.
At least they learn. I never learned. Still avoiding work.
Aubrey teaches herself, though. Like, that girl can almost read. And I honestly, I'm going to be honest. I have made her mix in with the older kids for their lessons because it's just easier that way sometimes. And somehow she has caught on and caught up to where she will be like, Mom, I got this. And she'll take her first grade book and go do it like it's just a toy to play with. And I'm like, the pages are filled out properly. And like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. And when I say that, homeschool is harder, it is definitely more work.
Yes.
But you also have to worry about in public school, like, if you're in a good school, everything's good.
Yeah.
If you're not in a good school, you got to worry about like what the teachers'
Even
opinions are getting put onto your kids. That
even if it's a good
may not be what you think.
Even if it's a good school, if the teacher does not clash well with your children, because the school that RJ tried out
Well,
was
that's what I
considered
meant
a very
by good school. I meant like they have a good environment. The kids,
yeah,
they're learning what you want them to learn. That's not always the case.
No, it's not. And homeschool is easier in the way that we bonded as a family that I don't think we would have if they went to a public school. They are very close as siblings. They put each other first. And even when they're out in public, if somebody's messing with one of them, the other two, I don't include Danny in that because she's too little, but the other two big ones will jump and to their defense. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter how old the kid is. The other two will protect the other one. Like they were going to the YMCA for a gym class, and some kid decided to try to pick on Aubrey. So Lucy and RJ were like, "No, you're not going to pick on our little sister."
Or at the park the other day.
Yeah, at the park, some girl was messing with RJ, and Lucy stood up for RJ. They automatically do this.
I actually meant when the kids were picking on Lucy because she wasn't as fast as them.
Oh yes,
all of them do it.
Yes, there was a time that Lucy was getting picked on because she wasn't as fast as the other kids, so they were trying to make her it in the game of tag so they wouldn't get tagged.
Every time they'd get tagged, they go tag her.
Yeah. So RJ was like, I'll be it. Let's stop tagging her. And
he said, stop tagging her. You're doing it on purpose because she's slower and you keep tagging her.
Oh, yes, that's right.
And then he would take the tag from her and he's super fast, so he'd go tag somebody else.
Yep. They're very protective of each other, which I don't think they would have if they were in public school in separate classrooms.
That light is bright.
It is. We have a ring light going on here. I got to get a filter for it so it's less eye hurting.
Eye burning. Oh.
You feel like your face is falling off.
That's why I keep looking down. It's bright.
Yeah, if you look directly at the ring light, you feel like your face is falling off. It's awful. It's melting. I don't know. But yeah. So we've stuck with it because of the benefits that we've gotten from homeschooling. Because the benefits far outweigh the hardness. Like,
for now, after I go back to work, it doesn't help me anymore.
They get to go to classes they wouldn't have gotten to do if they were in public school. They get to go on trips they wouldn't have gotten to do if they were in public school. There are so many things like
the health museum where
yes.
they can go through arteries and weird crap like that.
Oh yeah, we went to
which I mean you could do on a weekend, but they get to go when it's off season, off time,
yes.
and it's just like them.
And
like
usually, if it's a museum and there's not barely anybody in it, the curators will come over and give the kids a private lesson.
Yeah.
Just randomly, they'll be like, "Did you know this?" And then they'll explain everything about it, and the kids will be able to recite it back to you verbatim
because they get one-on-one attention, which is awesome.
Yes. And homeschooling, you get discounts at the Barnes & Noble. That's nice. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that in.
Yeah, there's several companies that give you a benefit if you're a homeschooler.
Yes. And honestly, they get to pursue their own interests. Like RJ's heavy into video games, so he researches video games on his own. He's researched the history of a lot of them. Like this kid, and this is something he wouldn't be able to study if he were in a public school. Lucy is insane into baking shows right now. And so we've looked up how to make cakes. We've looked up different things she could make. And I'm trying to incorporate that more into her schooling. But she wouldn't be doing this right now if she were in public school. I mean, we could do it on the weekends, but it wouldn't.
Sorry.
She wouldn't get. You okay? Yeah. She wouldn't get the same amount of freedom. Plus, my children need to jump. That's just how it is.
RJ sits in front of his desk. His chair is not even there half the time because he's just sitting there jumping up and down while he's at his computer doing his thing.
Yep. And Aubrey loves to stand while she does her workbooks, or she loves to when she's telling you facts and figures she should know. She likes to jump around. It's just what she does.
Yeah, our kids were made with extra energy. It's true. But you just got to learn how to deal with it. Yeah. I mean, don't stifle them. That's what happened to me. I wasn't allowed to jump around in school. Now my legs are bouncing all over the place. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yes. So I really think that's...
You look sad.
I'm not sad. I'm just, my brain's dying. It's late. It's not late. It's really not. It's 8:23.
It's late. I'm tired.
We have to put the kids... Well, Danny's to bed. We have to put the big three to bed.
She went to sleep.
She did. Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
No,
like you put her down and she goes to sleep in 5 minutes. They all did that last night. This noise machine.
Oh yes, we bought a noise machine and it's fantastic.
So far, it's we used it once because we got it yesterday, but it worked fantastic. It was like having them go out and run 5 miles and come back and go to bed. I mean, they were just like out.
Yep. We'll do an update next week and let you know if it actually works. This will be night 2, but Danny went to sleep for the first time by herself, without her siblings, without her parents.
Without the TV on.
Yes, in months.
Because they all need noise. They're just like us. They need noise, but it doesn't have to be like TV. Like the problem with TV with the kids is we have to pick something boring enough that they're going to go to sleep.
Yep.
Oh, you got to be careful with Aubrey because she'll switch it to some movie and she'll be up till 2 o'clock in the morning if you don't catch her, and she's just watching a movie. Same thing with Lucy.
Yep.
Those two could sit up all night just watching.
Yep.
I remember over the summer we watched, I don't know, so we binge watched some show, and I'm up at like 2 just watching it because I can't sleep or whatever, and she's sitting right next to me just watching it. I'm like, all right, we gotta go to sleep.
Yeah. Lucy will stay up all night.
So yeah, we gotta put something on that's boring enough, or they've seen a million times that they don't. It's okay. I'm going to sleep.
So hopefully this noise machine will save
So far, so good. But I woke up to birds, and
we used to have an alarm clock that went off with birds, and now
and it was the same sound.
Yeah.
Like it's the same exact sound.
Now Rob can't listen to birds anymore.
No, like tweet, tweet, tweet. What? Time to get up. That was the best alarm clock too.
It was
because it would it would slowly turn on the light, and it would and over the course of like 30 minutes, it would slowly get brighter and brighter. The sound would slowly get louder and louder until you wake up.
Yep.
Love that alarm. That was the best.
It was though.
I got a little off topic there.
It's fine. We're tired. All right, I'm gonna say goodbye because I'm so tired to talk anymore.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, listen to my voice, man. I got no voice.
Hopefully, when you see us next time, we'll have good news or we'll be more awake. Either way.
At least more awake. I mean, at least have a voice. This is... Sorry, I keep whining about it. I have to...
It's okay. Bye, guys.